legal or illegal? Public acceptance towards whistleblowing may be varied. Some people might perceive that whistleblowing action is illegal but ethical, while others might feel the other way around. Whistleblowing refers to an act of disclosing information on illegal activity or wrongdoings done by individuals or organizations. Here, we are going to discuss about a whistleblowing case on Libyan medical visas fraud involving Khalid bin Nassan, who is the whistleblower, and Naval Ghaffar, ex-employee of Health Ministry of Libya, who has been alleged for pocketing €36,675 from the medical visa payment paid by Libya nationals. However, some of the citizens of Libya believe that Nassan's action has put the government officials' integrity into question. On the other hand, some believe that Nassan was doing the right thing. Let's discuss more on this case.
Khalid bin Nassan, 45 years old, Syrian-born, has put Libya Health Ministry official Naval Ghaffar in hot water after claiming that Ghaffar was the mastermind behind the medical visa record. Nassan, who acted as middleman between the Libyan and Maltese authorities, bringing Libyan nationals to Malta for treatment through Ghaffar. Nassan, who had trust in Ghaffar, has forwarded medical visas application valued at €1,500 to €2,500 for processing to Ghaffar without requesting for receipt. Due to the trust breaking down between the two, and Nassan has suspected that Ghaffar was pocketing money, Nassan, then accompanied by his lawyer, had met with the police to report for Ghaffar's action. Following the incident, Nassan had received a threatening phone call and text messages targeting his family. But according to Inspector Renis Tivala, the telephone service provider could not confirm this. In addition, other missed calls and text messages sent to Nassan had reportedly been linked to his own mobile phones, and Tivala suggested that Nassan could have done this to give his story more weight. Nassan then was summoned before the courts to face criminal charges over his claim. In this case, we have classified the case into 3 categories. Whether number 1, it is ethical or not ethical. Number 2, it is legal or illegal. And number 3, whether it is good or bad. So in number 1, we believe that the whistleblower's action in this case can also be considered as unethical. But what is unethical? Unethical can be defined as an act or something that is not morally correct, or in other words, unfair, dishonest, or improper. Why do we say that it is unethical? Khalid bin Nassan, as the whistleblower, has failed to provide enough evidence to support his claim that saying Naval Ghaffar pocketed the medical visas payment of the Libyan nationals. His claims are only based on his own self-witnesses, where he failed to even provide receipts of his business with Ghaffar. He also told the police that he was threatened through phone calls and messages, where in the end, the police found out that the calls and messages are linked with mobiles that registered under Nassan's own name. Talking about unethical, Nassan also allegedly tried to bribe Ghaffar by sending him text messages threatening him with his incriminating footage. For number 2, we believe that Nassan's actions are illegal. But first, let's define illegal. Illegal or unlawful means not conforming to, permitted by, or recognized by law or rules. Why is it illegal? Well, just like being mentioned earlier, Nassan conducted his whistleblowing activities without any sufficient evidence. He also lied to the police and threatened the injured party, Mr. Neville Ghaffar. If the actions were conducted with strict action and sufficient proofs, we can consider it as legal, but he, Khalid bin Nassan, failed to prove it. Why whistleblower is bad? Firstly, it will become fraud if the information given is not true or if false report is claimed. In this case, Nassan met with the police with his lawyer present and recalled of Ghaffar asking roughly about €1,500 to €2,500 for each medical visa application he forwarded for processing. Receipts were reportedly never requested since Nassan had trust in Ghaffar. Due to the trust breaking down between two, Nassan suspicioned that Ghaffar was racketing the money. Nassan claimed had received threatening phone call and text messages targeting his family, but telephone service provider could not confirm it. Secondly, it will defame government official image. The whistleblower who had pointed at Health Ministry official Neville Ghaffar as the mastermind behind the medical visa record, but there were suspicions of fake false report having been filed by the whistleblower. Thirdly, it will affect the position of a person in an organization. When the allegations emerged, Mr. Ghaffar had been immediately transferred to Gozo. As projects director within the Health Ministry, his duty is to liaise between the Ministry, the Foundation of Medical Services, and the OPM. However, he is no longer involved in the medical visa project. And lastly, it also could lead to a bad country image since it is involved government official.
Without sufficient evidence, do you think Nassan action can be accepted? How about the Whistleblower Protection Act? Is it adequate to protect the whistleblower? You decide.